Funds the Name, Innovations the Game. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Hannah Roster, and I am one of the Joint Managing Directors. Here presenting with me today is Luke Jeffries, our Financial Director, Struan Hogg, one of our Production Directors, and Alex for health and safety reasons. In this short presentation, we will be telling you how we came up with our idea, how we developed, made and sold our product, as well as our financial performance. Along the way, there'll be a few surprises too. Well, we had a difficult start to our journey when our first product was not approved by the Moray Council. I'm sure that wasn't down to anyone present from the Moray Council this evening. So quickly, we had to develop a new innovative product. Still being able to use our materials, which are old whisky barrels sourced from Glenmoray, and allowing us to keep our link with the local community and economy, and continue to have an eco-friendly idea. Thus, the multi-purpose holder was born. As you can see, our product is extremely versatile, as it can be rustic or contemporary, holding tea lights, candles or bowls.
Production. There were a couple of preliminary stages before production proper started. The first stage is obviously getting the barrel from the distillery and dismantling it so the staves are ready for production. Then the staves were cut to size, washed and scrubbed with hard brushes and steel wool, and then the first stage, sanding. Now the staves were sanded two different ways, either for rustic finish or contemporary finish, which required different depths of sanding. The charred underside was then sealed with PVA, and then the staves were drilled, after which they were given their final sand and final coat of PVA. After this finishing process, all that remained was for them to be packaged up, with the whole process taking approximately 2 hours for a batch of 20.
For market research, we compiled a questionnaire that we handed out to teachers around the school and to parents at parents' evenings. We received praise for our product because it was aesthetic and also connected to the romanticism of the local whisky industry. We were advised to keep the retail price below £10, so we developed a pricing strategy that would satisfy the customers, generate profit, but also included prices that could be discounted if needed. We advertised our product through the school fact sheets, connections to local newspapers, but the most effective way was by word of mouth. Our target market included parents, teachers, and the experienced shoppers of the Christmas Trade Fair, where most of our sales took place. Our sales totaled £377.50. Due to the low costs of our raw materials, our production costs were greatly reduced, and by sourcing them locally, we also reduced our travel costs. Wages for labour were paid relative to the contribution by the employee. There was no specialisation in wages for a specific task in production, as we usually changed between tasks. This multi-role production allowed us to reduce production time, further reducing our cost. We generated a gross profit of £270.98. Our initial share capital was £159, and the share fund stands at £159.72.
Well, our key achievement came in the form of the Christmas Trade Fair for 3 reasons. The first of which, we sold out, meaning we made a good profit and the financial side of the company was healthy. The second reason was our prizes. We won second best stall and most innovative product, which we're very proud of. And it's not only the prize money, but the morale boost that this brings to our company, which made it so special to us. Following on from the second reason, we proved ourselves as a company, and we got the satisfaction and validation from doing so. But as well as these more tangible achievements, we believe a large part of our success lies in what we took out of Young Enterprise.
Once the company was running, we thrived on the sense of camaraderie that spread throughout the team. We enjoyed overcoming adversity in the initial stages, and even though at first the idea of setting up a company was daunting, we found the whole experience challenging but enjoyable.
Just remember, Barrel Funds Name, Innovations the Game. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and good evening.
I would now like to invite the rest of the team to come and to join their colleagues while Colin Chamberlain asks some questions.
Well done, team. Very difficult being first on. That must have been extremely disappointing to have the first product disqualified. How did you deal with that situation?
Well, we were very disappointed the fact that we had come to this hurdle and we thought that we had our product sorted, and then to be told that we weren't able to do it. So the morale boost had lowered and we were a bit disappointed and we weren't very motivated. But then with the whole trade fair coming along, we knew that we had to stay in the game, we had to make up a new product. So we had our raw materials and we just brainstormed and came up with this new product, which was a little bit the same as our old one, but we just adapted it to hold something different.
Well, it was certainly very successful. One of the main items of feedback from the judges here was that you had a fantastic publicity campaign. Can you just talk through the various methods that you employed to promote the product?
Well, I sort of set up a relationship with the editor of the Forest Gazette, Tanya McLaren, and she was very helpful. She's a good friend, so it's really good. And we managed to get a photographer into the school, took some excellent photographs of us all sort of rather embarrassingly sort of situated around the barrel, which was really good. We got page 3, we got the whole of page 3 of the Forest Gazette that week with lots of quotes from everybody here. Yeah, and
maybe I should ask Ria how she feels about spending the last 3 hours in that barrel.
But we got regular updates in the Forest Gazette. But I think other than that, we got there was a column in the Inverness Courier, and it was about the whole of Young Enterprise, but it was telling that the main quotes came from our group. And I think Rachel, she got some really good quotes in about I thought they were fantastic and really got them in. So I think our publicity was very good, and of course we contributed to the school newsletter quite a lot and got some really good news out. So I think we publicised our company, but we publicised the whole of Young Enterprise quite well, I thought.
Well done. And I guess collectively, can I just ask what the single most important lesson you've learned during the programme would be?
I'd probably say how important communication is, not just in a company, but just in all aspects of life. Because we not only needed to communicate well between the teams, to teachers, to customers, but also, like Edward did with outside of school, newspapers, just how important communication is to function properly. That was probably the key thing that we learned.
Great. Well, thank you very much, and well done.